Hello, health warriors. Get ready to revolutionize your understanding of heart health and its surprising connection to sexual vitality. Did you know that cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death globally, claiming a staggering 18 million lives annually? That's double the number of deaths caused by cancer. This includes both heart attacks and strokes, conditions where the heart or brain is deprived of vital oxygen. But here's the shocking truth. This devastating health crisis is largely driven by our dietary choices. If you're watching this video, comment amazing. In this video, we are going to reveal the top foods that sabotage your cardiovascular system and, consequently, hinder your sexual performance. We'll debunk long-standing myths and empower you with the knowledge to make informed decisions about your health and well-being. Now, many people are confused about what truly contributes to heart disease. A simple online search yields countless conflicting opinions. One common belief, perpetuated by sources like the Better Health Channel, is that saturated fat is the primary culprit, raising bad LDL cholesterol and leading to heart problems. But this is a deeply ingrained misconception. Decades of research have shown that high-quality saturated fats are not the enemy. In fact, they can be beneficial for heart health and longevity. As I always say, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your health. This leads to the misconception that we should avoid animal products like butter, coconut oil, lard, beef, lamb, eggs, bacon, and full-fat dairy. This is a misguided approach. The real danger lies in processed foods, particularly pastries and biscuits. While these are often lumped together with animal products, they are fundamentally different. Animal products contain stable saturated fats, whereas pastries and biscuits are loaded with harmful, partially hydrogenated vegetable fat. This process transforms already unhealthy processed vegetable fats into toxic substances that wreak havoc on our bodies. Comment saturated fats if you understand this distinction. But the problems with pastries and biscuits don't stop there. They are also packed with sugar, preservatives, refined wheat, and other starches. This haphazard categorization of foods without understanding the underlying mechanisms is precisely what we aim to correct. Let's delve into the actual cause of heart disease. It all starts with damaged blood vessels. When these vessels, the very lifelines of our circulatory system, are injured, it sets the stage for cardiovascular problems. These injuries can lead to the formation of atherosclerotic plaques and calcifications, or even blood clots that can travel to the brain, causing a stroke. Comment blood vessels if you're following so far. So, what causes this damage to our blood vessels? The two primary culprits are inflammation and oxidative stress. These are the direct forces that inflict the damage. Now, the next logical question is, what triggers inflammation and oxidative stress? The leading cause is a condition known as insulin resistance. This is a metabolic adaptation where the body's cells become less responsive to insulin, the hormone that regulates blood sugar. Insulin resistance not only fuels inflammation and oxidative stress, but also has a significant impact on sexual health. It can lead to erectile dysfunction in men and decreased libido in both men and women. However, insulin resistance isn't the only factor. Toxins, chronic stress, and certain types of fats can also contribute to heart disease, even in the absence of insulin resistance. It's crucial to understand that not all fats are created equal. There are beneficial fats and detrimental ones. The main drivers of insulin resistance are excessive sugar consumption and processed oils. We'll explore why these are so harmful and identify the specific types to avoid. Comment insulin resistance if this makes sense. Understanding this chain of causation is vital. Inflammation and oxidative stress are the executioners, while insulin resistance is often the instigator. It's essential to recognize that insulin resistance is not a fixed disease state, but rather an adaptation to our lifestyle. By modifying our habits, we can reverse this condition and its associated health risks, including its negative impact on sexual function. In fact, conditions like type 2 diabetes, which is essentially advanced insulin resistance, are often reversible through lifestyle changes. Now, let's get into the top 10 foods that can damage your heart and hinder your sexual performance. Starting with number 10, rice. While not as harmful as some other foods on this list, it can still pose a problem, especially in excess. To understand why, we need to talk about glucose and carbohydrates. Comment rice if you're ready. Carbohydrates are plant-based foods that are broken down into glucose, also known as blood sugar, upon digestion. Glucose is a simple sugar molecule that serves as the body's primary source of energy. When we consume sugary foods, we're typically ingesting sucrose, a disaccharide composed of glucose and fructose. Here's a crucial point that many people miss. The distinction between simple and complex carbohydrates is often misleading. While it's commonly believed that complex carbs are healthier, they are ultimately broken down into glucose just like simple sugars. Starch, found in foods like rice, potatoes, and grains, is simply a long chain of glucose molecules. Even fiber, the indigestible part of plant foods, is composed of glucose, albeit in a different configuration. Therefore, virtually all carbohydrates eventually become glucose in the bloodstream. Starch is 100% glucose and will inevitably raise blood sugar and insulin levels. When blood sugar rises, insulin is released to help transport the glucose into cells for energy production. This is a normal and essential process. However, when we consistently consume excessive amounts of carbohydrates, this system becomes overworked, leading to insulin resistance. Historically, populations like those in Asia consumed rice as a staple food without experiencing the same levels of metabolic issues we see today. This is because their diets were vastly different. They consumed far less processed food, engaged in significantly more physical activity, ate fewer meals per day, and didn't have access to sugary drinks and other processed products. If you consume rice in moderation as part of a balanced diet and maintain an active lifestyle, your body can generally tolerate it. However, when combined with a diet high in processed foods, rice can exacerbate insulin resistance and contribute to heart disease and sexual dysfunction. It's also important to address the confusion surrounding different types of sugar. Whether it's brown sugar, powdered sugar, agave, honey, dextrose, molasses, or glucose syrup, they are all variations of glucose and fructose and will have similar effects on blood sugar and insulin levels. Similarly, fruit, while containing beneficial nutrients, still contains sugar fructose and should be consumed in moderation, especially if you're working to reverse insulin resistance. As I always emphasize, moderation is key, even with natural foods. Moving on to food number 9, bread. Everything we discussed regarding rice also applies to bread, but with some additional concerns. The starch content and insulin response are similar, but bread, particularly wheat-based bread, is more commonly associated with allergies and gut health issues. These issues can trigger inflammation, further contributing to cardiovascular disease and potentially impacting sexual health. Comment bread if you understand this connection. Food number 8 on our list is alcohol. While small amounts of alcohol can be processed by the body through an enzyme called alcohol dehydrogenase, excessive consumption can overwhelm the liver, the primary organ responsible for alcohol metabolism. This can lead to fatty liver disease, a condition that significantly contributes to insulin resistance and metabolic dysfunction. This, in turn, can negatively affect sexual function. While occasional moderate alcohol consumption may not pose a significant risk, excessive drinking, especially of sugary mixed drinks or beer, which is high in carbohydrates, can have detrimental effects on heart health and sexual performance. As I always say, choose your drinks wisely. Comment alcohol if you're taking notes. Now, let's discuss food number 7, ultra-processed foods. These are foods that have been significantly altered from their natural state, often through processes like chopping, drying, pulverizing, and the addition of various additives. These foods are typically high in sugar, unhealthy fats, artificial flavors, preservatives, and other undesirable ingredients. The consumption of ultra-processed foods has skyrocketed in recent decades, now making up a significant portion of the average diet in many countries. The problem with these foods is that they are often devoid of essential nutrients, leading to a state of being overweight but undernourished. This contributes to poor metabolic health, insulin resistance, and metabolic syndrome, all of which have negative implications for both heart health and sexual function. These foods are often engineered to be highly palatable and even addictive, making it difficult to control consumption. They are also frequently loaded with unhealthy seed oils, often hydrogenated, which are extremely damaging to our health. As I often say, real food is your best medicine. Comment processed foods if you agree. Now, I believe you're enjoying this video. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. Comment wonderful if you're enjoying this video. Food number 6, sugary drinks. This category includes sodas, fruit juices, even 100% juice, energy drinks, and sweetened teas. These beverages are loaded with added sugars, often in the form of high fructose corn syrup, which, as we've discussed, is particularly damaging to the liver and contributes significantly to insulin resistance. The liquid form of these sugars makes them even more readily absorbed into the bloodstream, causing rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin levels. This constant assault on the metabolic system takes a toll on the heart and can significantly impair sexual function. The hormonal imbalances caused by excessive sugar intake can lead to decreased libido, erectile dysfunction in men, and difficulties with arousal and orgasm in women. Comment sugary drinks if you're ready to ditch them. Food number 5, processed meats. This includes hot dogs, sausages, bacon, deli meats, and other meats that have been preserved through smoking, curing, salting, or the addition of chemical preservatives. These meats are typically high in saturated fat, sodium, and nitrates, all of which contribute to heart disease. The high sodium content can raise blood pressure, putting extra strain on the cardiovascular system. The nitrates can be converted into harmful compounds that damage blood vessels. Furthermore, some studies have linked processed meat consumption to an increased risk of certain cancers. These factors can all negatively impact sexual health by reducing blood flow and interfering with hormone production. Comment processed meats if you're making healthier choices. Food number 4, trans fats. These are artificially created fats that are formed through a process called hydrogenation, which turns liquid oils into solid fat. They are commonly found in processed foods, baked goods, fried foods, and margarine. Trans fats are notorious for raising bad LDL cholesterol and lowering good HDL cholesterol, significantly increasing the risk of heart disease. They also contribute to inflammation and insulin resistance, further exacerbating cardiovascular problems and negatively impacting sexual health. Many countries have taken steps to ban or restrict the use of trans fats in food products due to their detrimental effects on health. If you see partially hydrogenated oils on a food label, it indicates the presence of trans fats. Avoid these products at all costs. Comment trans fats if you're checking your labels. Food number 3, refined carbohydrates. This category includes white bread, white rice, white pasta, pastries, and other processed grain products. These foods have been stripped of their fiber and nutrients, leaving behind primarily starch, which is quickly converted into glucose in the body. This leads to rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin levels, contributing to insulin resistance, inflammation, and an increased risk of heart disease. The impact on sexual health is similar to that of sugary drinks. Hormonal imbalances, reduced blood flow, and decreased libido. Comment refined carbs if you're choosing whole grains. Food number 2, excessive salt sodium. While some sodium is essential for bodily functions, Most people consume far more than they need. Excessive sodium intake can lead to high blood pressure, a major risk factor for heart disease. High blood pressure puts extra strain on the heart and blood vessels, increasing the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular problems. It also directly impacts sexual health by impairing blood flow, which is crucial for arousal and orgasm. Comment excessive salt if you're watching your intake. And now, we arrive at the number one food that destroys your heart and significantly impacts your sexual health: added sugars, especially in high amounts. We've touched on sugar throughout this video, but it deserves special emphasis as the single biggest dietary contributor to heart disease and sexual dysfunction. Added sugars are found in a vast array of processed foods, sugary drinks, and even seemingly healthy foods like yogurt and granola bars. The constant consumption of high amounts of added sugar leads to a cascade of negative effects: insulin resistance, inflammation, weight gain, increased triglycerides, and damage to blood vessels. These factors significantly increase the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular problems. The impact on sexual health is profound. High sugar intake can disrupt hormone balance, leading to decreased testosterone in men and hormonal imbalances in women, both of which can negatively impact libido, arousal, and orgasm. It also impairs blood flow, which is essential for sexual function in both sexes. As I always say, sugar is sweet, but its consequences can be bitter. Comment added sugars if you're committing to reducing them. Now, I believe you're enjoying this video. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. Comment wonderful if you're enjoying this video. By understanding the detrimental effects of these 10 foods, you can make informed choices to protect your heart and enhance your sexual well-being. Remember, diet is a cornerstone of health, and making positive changes can have a profound impact on your overall quality of life, including your sexual health. Now, let's talk about the practical steps you can take to reverse the damage caused by these foods and improve your heart health and sexual function. It's not just about avoiding bad foods, it's also about incorporating good ones. Continue with practical advice, as in the previous response, focusing on whole foods, exercise, stress management, healthy weight, and regular checkups, always linking these to sexual health where appropriate. Now, let's connect these dietary factors to sexual health. Insulin resistance, a key consequence of consuming these harmful foods, can significantly impact sexual function. In men, it can contribute to erectile dysfunction by damaging blood vessels and nerves necessary for erections. In both men and women, insulin resistance can lead to hormonal imbalances that affect libido and sexual desire. Furthermore, inflammation, another byproduct of poor dietary choices, can also negatively impact sexual health. Chronic inflammation can interfere with blood flow, hormone production, and nerve function, all of which are crucial for optimal sexual function. As I always say, a healthy heart leads to a healthy love life. Now, let's talk about the specific mechanisms by which these foods damage the heart and impact sexual health. Sugar, for example, not only contributes to insulin resistance, but also directly damages blood vessels through a process called glycation. This process involves sugar molecules binding to proteins and forming harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products AGEs. These AGEs contribute to inflammation and oxidative stress, further damaging blood vessels and impairing blood flow, which is crucial for sexual function. Comment glycation if this is new information. Processed oils, particularly hydrogenated and partially hydrogenated oils, are another major contributor to heart disease and sexual dysfunction. These oils are highly inflammatory and can damage the lining of blood vessels, promoting the formation of plaques and increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. They also interfere with hormone production and can negatively impact sexual desire and function. Alcohol, when consumed in excess, can also contribute to sexual problems. It can interfere with nerve function, hormone production, and blood flow, all of which are essential for healthy sexual function. Chronic alcohol abuse can also lead to liver damage, which can further disrupt hormone balance and exacerbate sexual problems. Ultra-processed foods, with their combination of sugar, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives, create a perfect storm for heart disease and sexual dysfunction. They promote insulin resistance, inflammation, and oxidative stress, all of which have detrimental effects on both cardiovascular and sexual health. Now, let's delve deeper into the connection between specific dietary choices and sexual health. For example, a diet high in sugar can lead to hormonal imbalances, such as decreased testosterone levels in men, which can significantly impact libido and erectile function. In women, high sugar intake can contribute to hormonal imbalances that affect menstrual cycles, vaginal lubrication, and sexual desire. Similarly, a diet high in processed fats can interfere with the production of hormones necessary for sexual function. These fats can also damage blood vessels, impairing blood flow to the genitals, which is crucial for arousal and orgasm in both men and women. As I always say, your diet is the foundation of your health, both physical and sexual. Comment hormones if this is clear. Now, let's talk about some specific examples of how these dietary factors can manifest in sexual problems. In men, insulin resistance can lead to erectile dysfunction by damaging the blood vessels and nerves that supply the penis. This can make it difficult to achieve and maintain an erection. In women, insulin resistance can contribute to polycystic ovary syndrome (PCOS), a hormonal disorder that can cause irregular periods, decreased libido, and difficulty achieving orgasm. Inflammation, another consequence of poor dietary choices, can also play a significant role in sexual dysfunction. Chronic inflammation can interfere with nerve function, making it difficult to experience pleasure and achieve orgasm. It can also impair blood flow to the genitals, further exacerbating sexual problems. Comment inflammation if you're following along. Now, let's shift our focus to practical strategies for improving both heart health and sexual function through dietary changes. The first step is to reduce or eliminate the harmful foods we've discussed, such as sugar, processed oils, alcohol in excess, and ultra-processed foods. Instead, focus on incorporating whole, unprocessed foods into your diet. These include fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats. These foods provide essential nutrients that support heart health, hormone balance, and overall well-being, which are all crucial for optimal sexual function. For example, incorporating foods rich in antioxidants, such as berries, leafy greens, and dark chocolate in moderation, can help combat oxidative stress and protect blood vessels. Consuming foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, such as fatty fish, flax seeds, and chia seeds, can help reduce inflammation and improve blood flow. Including foods rich in zinc, such as oysters, pumpkin seeds, and red meat in moderation, can support testosterone production in men and improve libido. Consuming foods rich in vitamin E, such as almonds, avocados, and spinach, can help improve blood flow and nerve function, both of which are important for sexual function. Comment healthy foods if you're ready to make a change. Now, I believe you're enjoying this video. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. Comment wonderful if you're enjoying this video. Let's talk more about the connection between a healthy heart and a fulfilling sex life. A strong cardiovascular system ensures efficient blood flow throughout the body, including the genital area. This is essential for achieving and maintaining arousal and orgasm in both men and women. When the heart is healthy, blood vessels are able to dilate and contract properly, allowing for optimal blood flow to the genitals. This is crucial for achieving an erection in men and for increasing sensitivity and lubrication in women. Conversely, when the heart is unhealthy, blood flow is compromised, which can lead to sexual dysfunction. This is why conditions like erectile dysfunction are often early warning signs of underlying cardiovascular problems. As I always say, listen to your body. It's always telling you something. Now, let's explore some specific dietary recommendations for improving both heart health and sexual function. Increasing your intake of fruits and vegetables is crucial. These foods are packed with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber, all of which are essential for maintaining a healthy cardiovascular system and supporting sexual function. Focus on incorporating a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables into your diet, such as berries, leafy greens, citrus fruits, and cruciferous vegetables. These foods provide a wide range of nutrients that support heart health, hormone balance, and overall well-being. Comment fruits and vegetables if you're on board. Another important dietary recommendation is to choose lean protein sources. These include fish, poultry, beans, and lentils. These foods provide essential amino acids that are necessary for building and repairing tissues, including those involved in sexual function. Limit your intake of red meat and processed meats, as these can contribute to inflammation and increase the risk of heart disease. Instead, opt for leaner protein sources that are lower in saturated fat and cholesterol. Comment lean protein if you're making the switch. Incorporating healthy fats into your diet is also essential for both heart health and sexual function. These include monounsaturated fats, found in foods like avocados, olive oil, and nuts, and polyunsaturated fats, found in foods like fatty fish, flax seeds, and chia seeds. These healthy fats help reduce inflammation, improve blood flow, and support hormone production, all of which are crucial for optimal sexual function. Avoid trans fats and limit your intake of saturated fats, as these can contribute to heart disease and negatively impact sexual health. Comment healthy fats if you're including them in your diet. Now, let's talk about some specific lifestyle changes that can further enhance both heart health and sexual function. Regular exercise is crucial for maintaining a healthy cardiovascular system and improving blood flow. It can also help reduce stress, improve mood, and boost libido. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise most days of the week. This can include activities like brisk walking, jogging, swimming, or cycling. Regular exercise can also improve self-esteem and body image, which can further enhance sexual confidence and satisfaction. Comment exercise if you're committed. Managing stress is also crucial for both heart health and sexual function. Chronic stress can negatively impact hormone balance, blood flow, and nerve function, all of which are essential for optimal sexual function. Find healthy ways to manage stress, such as through meditation, yoga, deep breathing exercises, or spending time in nature. Getting enough sleep is also essential for managing stress and supporting overall health and well-being. Aim for 7-8 hours of quality sleep each night. Comment stress management if you're prioritizing it. Now, let's discuss the importance of maintaining a healthy weight for both heart health and sexual function. Being overweight or obese can increase the risk of heart disease, insulin resistance, and sexual dysfunction. Losing even a small amount of weight can significantly improve heart health, hormone balance, and sexual function. Focus on making sustainable lifestyle changes, such as improving your diet and increasing your physical activity, to achieve and maintain a healthy weight. Comment healthy weight if you're working towards it. Now, let's talk about the importance of regular checkups with your doctor. Regular checkups can help identify and manage any underlying health conditions that may be contributing to heart disease or sexual dysfunction. Your doctor can also provide personalized advice and recommendations for improving your heart health and sexual function based on your individual needs and health history. Don't hesitate to discuss any concerns you have about your heart health or sexual function with your doctor. Comment checkups if you agree. Now, as we conclude this video, I want to reiterate the strong connection between heart health and sexual function. By making positive changes to your diet and lifestyle, you can significantly improve both your cardiovascular health and your sexual well-being. Remember, a healthy heart is essential for a fulfilling sex life. By prioritizing your heart health, you're also investing in your sexual health and overall quality of life. As I always say, take care of your heart, and it will take care of you. Before you go, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video with anyone who could benefit from this information. Also, check out other interesting videos on this channel for more tips and insights on health and sexual well-being. There are many more valuable resources available to help you on your journey to optimal health and a fulfilling sex life. Don't forget to comment excellent if you found this video helpful and want more content like this. Thank you for watching.